Here's the latest making news in the Northern Mariana Islands. The CNMI Division of Revenue and Taxation has issued approximately 29,000 economic impact statements, totaling an estimate of $45 million, according to Director Tracy Narita. She spoke to media in yesterday's briefing on a local radio show. Take a listen.
We have a monthly report going to the IRS on the payments that were processed. And so we have a monthly report going to the IRS on the payments that were processed. And so when that report is ready, I can share that with the media.
And just following up on something that Ashley asked about, when do you expect almost 100% distribution of all of these? Do you think by the end of July, or is there sort of a timeline that the office is working on?
Well, from what it looks like right now, we have actually reached our limit at 47.1 million. If we count those that are pending processing, meaning they are pending because an error is holding the check back, and so it looks like we may have to request additional funding, and that is the discussion that we will be having with the IRS soon. And so as far as clearing those pending payments, we are hoping to do that within
the week who receive their payments. She says she encourages the taxpayers to keep the notice so that when they file their 2020 return, they will be able to have a reconciliation with that notice to claim additional credits should they be entitled to more. Narita wants the public to know that any adjustments to the EIP checks can be claimed on their 2020 return. She also says that anyone who received another individual's check should return it to the post office instead of posting it on social media platforms, which she says could be considered mail tampering. In that same press briefing, the CNMI's governor's authorized representative, Patrick Guerrero, told media that officially they've submitted $38 million in reimbursement requests to FEMA. Guerrero explained that the process now moves on to FEMA, who will create a project worksheet for the funding. They expect to answer questions throughout the next couple of weeks during the initial review. KUAM followed up on hotel contracts. Take a listen to this clip.
We have not maxed both facilities, but have come close. Right now, currently at PIC, we are, after receiving 30 plus passengers today, we are at about 170 guests currently staying with us. So the need for these quarantine facilities continues. Kanoa, if the public doesn't know, that has shifted from just serving as a quarantine facility for incoming passengers, and we've used it now as an isolation facility for what we call PUIs, persons under investigation or confirmed cases. So we're separating incoming passengers that we hope are not carrying the virus versus those that we know are infected and are under CDC's watch. As far as the cost of these facilities and what we're paying for, well, to date, we've been working with both properties. They are giving us time to wait for our award from FEMA to be able to pay for the services that we've incurred to date. We requested from FEMA for the funding of the whole facility for every room, or I'm sorry, not for every room, but for the facility in its entirety. There's no way that we could, because we're not open to tourists and other guests, but we need to maintain every room to be available for the flights that are coming in. I know we're seeing 60 passengers at the most come in, but there's nothing to stop us from, or there's nothing to stop United from bringing in a full flight of 160 passengers. So back to the question, I guess we are renting the facility in its entirety.
And here are the latest numbers from the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation's website. The number of cases in the CNMI remains at 22 with 2 deaths and now 16 recoveries. The number of persons released from quarantine is 564. And the updated numbers for community-based testing on Saipan, Tinian, and Rota are as follows. Saipan has tested 5,609 residents. Tinian has tested 349 residents. And Rota has tested 376 residents. Bring Chris, that's the latest here in the CNMI.
Thanks, Tomas. Back to news here on Guam. The Guam Police Department has launched a death investigation after a man was found lifeless Sunday night along Marine Corps Drive.